Hey guys, once again Sunday with Sebiel, and once again it's a little late, but I'm not stressing out about it. I hope you're not. In any case, first order of business, what should we talk about first? Okay, so this past time I've uploaded a bunch of stuff. None of it was like tournament gameplay, but I thought it was interesting. First of all, it was Casual Friday, and Casual Friday I actually had with Monty which is awesome to me. When he friended me on Facebook and sent me a message and stuff, I was like, oh my god, it's this guy. And he was actually kind of geeking out about hanging out with me too, which is totally weird. In any case, you can check that out at this link. And I don't know, what do you guys think of that? Like, you know, back when I used to be cool and whatever, people would ask me to do podcasts, and I never bothered doing it because I didn't think that I or anybody that I knew would have enough like material to like kind of put in something like that. But you know, these Casual Fridays are kind of taking a turn in that direction, where me and whoever like kind of start talking just about stuff. You know, first of all, we saw it in the Justin Wong video, In the Lab with Justin, where we were in the lab for about 5 minutes and then we just spent an hour talking about nothing. And then again with Monty, when we spent 20 minutes playing Dead or Alive, and then just not even playing and just chilling in the lobby talking about game design and stuff. And personally, I have a lot of fun making it, and so like I think that's cool. I think like I don't know whether Casual Friday is gonna kind of go in that direction or what. I feel like I can kind of like the reason why I started Casual Friday in the first place was so I could play games that I would have played anyway, and then actually get something for the site at the same time. Because before those two actions were mutually exclusive, and I found myself not playing games at all because of the FDC. And but the thing is, now it's actually becoming something more like me talking to people about the state of games and like or their personal lives or whatever, where you guys really get to know me and like the person that I'm playing with, which I think is really cool. But you know, some people probably would like to see something like Giant Bomb's Quick Looks, where we'll go into a game, maybe uneducated about it and fail at it a bunch, or like you guys can, you know, observe the process of us learning the game, which is really cool too. So I'm not sure where I'm gonna end up going with it. I do have a bunch of other Casual Fridays recorded already, and mostly they're just like straight gameplay sessions and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Tell me what you think. Like, should I keep doing it in the way in like the Monty style, or maybe like straight gameplay, or maybe I should like start a podcast or some sort of different segment or like interview style stuff, or I don't know. Let me know. The second thing is Super Turbo Saturday. I put that up, and even though I wasn't in it, and Damn Die hosted the show, and I thought he did a really good job actually. I screwed up with the audio levels a little bit, so it's super loud. But I'm sure you guys already seen it, so you know the warning's not gonna be much to you. So I don't know. I actually like the response to the show has been mostly positive, and I did get a couple of requests to be like, who is this other guy? Just get Damn Die to host the show with another top player, and that's kind of what I did here. I mean, it's not like I'm bending over backwards to overreacting. That is to YouTube. It's just that I didn't have enough mics. So that is what you got. I thought it went really well, and I think that Damn Die could actually host that show, and you know, not every damn show on this channel need to be hosted by me. That's just my opinion. So let me know what you thought of Super Turbo Saturdays. And speaking of overreacting to YouTube, or overreactions in general, I guess there was this this patch for Marvel, and okay, so they added new moves or whatever, but they also adjusted balance. And I don't know how many people out there are like rejoicing that Sentinel is weaker, or the Akuma's Infinite got removed, or what, but I really disagree with this move. In my opinion, fighting games, well, I mean, it's been like this traditionally because of the medium, you know, because it's hard to update a bunch of arcade machines, or because like consoles didn't usually have ways to patch the game easily. But fighting games were kind of like a slow cycle of updates. you know, like once a year at most, you get an updated version of a game that has a whole bunch of tweaks at once, you know, something like that. And they, generally speaking, they would really let players get their teeth into a game and really analyze it to death before even like thinking about making an update. Whereas like this latest move with Marvel kind of makes me think that they're like Capcom is thinking of like a faster, more reactive approach to balancing the game, which, you know, a lot of people will like initially, but I'm not sure. Like, I remain unconvinced that it's the right choice for fighting games. And like, if you can remember when Marvel 2 came out, everybody was like, "Oh, Iceman is ridiculous. This character, like, we shouldn't allow him in tournaments and stuff like that." And for the past like years, for the majority of the game's life cycle, Iceman has been irrelevant in tournament play. I mean, just because something seems powerful at first, we need to have enough time to really figure it out. So, like, that's the first thing I have a problem with. Second thing I have a problem with was the actual nerf to let's talk about specifically about Sentinel. Of everything, they nerfed his health, and then they nerfed it from like 13 or 1.3 million to like 0.8 something, I think it is. Like between 800k and 900k, I think. I don't know. At the time of this recording, people are giving conflicting reports. Now, like, man, that just reminds me of what they did to Sagat from Vanilla to Super Street Fighter 4. And it's like, we have this huge, towering, you know, imposing figure, and then they're like, okay, we made him too powerful, you know, it's an easy mistake to make. And then what do? They make him have less health than Ryu? In both cases. Or in Super, I guess he has the same health as Ryu. But still, it's like, the visual of this person on screen, like, when I see his health bar drop, it's like, wait, what's going on? And then they essentially make them keep away characters because they keep their zoning capability. It's like, when you look at these characters, like, do you really think they're meant to be? I don't know. Like, I think that the nerf is first of all, like I said, it was too early, and second of all, I feel like it's out of character. Like, this enormous thing made of metal. Like, you seriously think that he's one of the weaker characters, like the easiest, most fragile characters in the game? Like, doesn't make any sense to me. I think they could have come up with a more interesting way to bring him down if they were going to bring him down. Now, the third thing, and this is the kicker. Capcom isn't telling us, which is insane to me. Okay, so it's one thing to have like a more like a Blizzard style fast patch cycle, where you get a couple patches a year, and then you know, they keep on adjusting stuff. But the missing ingredient is the patch notes. When Blizzard patches a game, they tell you what happened, with a couple exceptions here and there, but they tell you, like, oh, the bunker build time got changed. And why do they tell you this? It's not just because of the niceness out of their heart. It's for players to say, oh, this got changed. Let me see how it affects the game. When Capcom releases balance patches without telling anybody what happened, sure, I mean, eventually people are gonna figure out most of the things, but that's just like an additional layer of like stupidity, and which slows down this cycle that they appear like they want to be happening quickly. Like, I'm not sure what's going on. Like, it's really kind of disappointing that they would choose to take this route. First of all, that they want a fast patch cycle, and secondly, they want to do it without actually telling anybody what they're changing. It just seems really backwards to me. Either one of those things is fine as long as they're not together, because, you know, if you take that to an extreme, then they could be patching the game like every month or every 2 months or something like that, and not telling us what's going on. And people's tutorial videos or like wiki entries are going to be out of date, and they're not going to know it. There's going to be misinformation all over the place. I just think it's a really bad move. In any case, speaking of Marvel, we will be getting more footage. March 27th, this Sunday, is the next Battlefield Arcadia. So there's going to be a live stream and everything. Stay tuned on my Twitter and Facebook for updates on that. And yeah. I know there hasn't been much on this channel lately, sorry guys, but I've actually been working really hard on the website, and it's getting close to, you know, good enough for everybody to see. Working really hard. Alright. Oh, and here's another broken tier shirt. And there's actually Broken Tier is actually, if you guys didn't see already, they're actually doing a fundraiser for Japan relief, and so they have this white tiger shirt, and if you guys go to this URL, then you guys can get the shirt from an FEDC URL, and for this shirt, 100% of the proceeds are actually going to Japan. I don't get anything from this one, but I really appreciate you guys, getting the shirt, and showing your support for me, for Broken Tier, and for the relief efforts in Japan. That is a lot more important than the Marvel 3 patch notes. So let's keep perspective. Alright, anyway guys, I'll see you next time.